Now that we've added our videos from our different devices, let's go ahead and talk about how to add music to either the whole or just a part of your movie. First, we're going to click on the Home tab, if we haven't already, and then instead of Add Videos and Pictures, right next to it, we see Add Music. Now if we want to add music to the beginning of our movie, we'll go ahead and click on the Music note. Now we can also click on the Add Music button. That'll give us some additional options. For now, let's just add music to the beginning of our movie by clicking on the Music note. I'll go ahead and navigate to where your music would be located. In my case, I'm going to go to my music folder. I have a funky hip hop folder, and I'm going to choose the Charleston Remix. Go ahead and click Open once your file's selected. Immediately you'll notice the music adds to the right part of our screen. We can see it as this green bar displayed under our video and picture clips. We can go ahead and preview that by pressing the play button just to make sure our music added okay.
Yeah, here we go again.
Okay, sounds good to me so far. Now if you ever want to delete your music, just go ahead and click on the green bar itself and click Delete on your keyboard. Now let's go ahead and try some of those other options out. So let's click on the Add Music text this time. We'll see a drop down menu. You can see we can add new music from online. These three resources, Audio Micro, Free Music Archive, and Vimeo. Once you click them, will take you to websites where you can navigate and find different kinds of music if you don't already have music downloaded. Some of it's free, some of it you will pay about $1 to $5 for, but there are free options. Most of them are at Audio Micro or Free Music Archive. But a good resource nonetheless if you don't have any music and you'd like to use some for your movie or slideshow. Now below that we'll see adding music from our computer, and we can either add music, which by clicking this will add music to the beginning of our screen, or we can add music at the current point, which means if we go back to our movie here on the timeline, and let's say we're previewing this clip here. Now let's go ahead and say we want to add music to the beginning of this clip. So we'll click and drag until we're at the beginning of the clip. We'll go over to our Home tab and click the Add Music text, and then we'll say Add Music at the current point. And this will add the music to the point in our movie where our timeline currently is. Go ahead and click that. Let's go ahead and add the Charleston Remix again. Click Open. Now what we can see is if we drag our preview to a little bit before, we'll notice there's no volume, no music. And then when the clip starts, we have our music.
Here we go again. Gotta introduce y'all another motherfucker out my squad.
Great song. If you'd like to add music from a CD or a USB drive, just go ahead and plug that in or insert your CD into your drive. And then we'll add it the same way. So we'll click Add Music either at the beginning of our movie or at the current point. In this case, let's go ahead and add it to the beginning of our movie. We'll navigate to our device. In this case, I used a USB drive. In some cases, you might use a CD. It should show up in the same area. Double click on that. And of course, we'll select our Charleston Remix and click Open. And we'll see our music is added just like it was normally. Now, a point to remember here is I would always recommend first transferring the music file onto your computer. That way, if you take out your CD from your computer or you take out your USB drive, which has the music file on it, we won't run into any errors if we load it first onto our computer and then add it from our computer. So to do that, after our CD or USB drive is connected to our computer, open up your Windows Explorer, go to your device, double click it, go ahead and right click on the file, click Copy, and go ahead and paste it somewhere where it's meaningful for you. So in this case, I'll paste in my music folder. I right click anywhere and then I click Paste. And you'll see our song showed up. So now it'll be a lot safer. Now if we add the music file from our music folder, this is the file we just added from our USB drive. Let's go ahead and click that and click Open. And now, even if we remove our USB drive, the song will still be intact in Windows Movie Maker. If you have a song in iTunes that you'd like to add to your movie or slideshow, go ahead and click Open iTunes. find the song in iTunes and right-click on the title. Go ahead and click Show in Windows Explorer. By clicking Show in Windows Explorer, we can see where on our computer the actual file is stored, because iTunes is really just a player that plays files that are stored on your computer. So now that we understand where it is, we can see it's under the My Music folder. Go ahead and go back to Windows Movie Maker. We'll go ahead and add music. And we know now that it was in our music folder. So we go to Charleston Remix and click Open. You can see our music is added. Another feature that might be handy when we're using music on our slideshow or video, we might want our music to end at the same time that our pictures in slideshow and movie end. So to do this, we'll of course add our music just like we learned. Now let's go to the Project tab. And we're going to go ahead, and it's a simple task. We click Fit to Music. Now what Fit to Music does is it will take our pictures and adjust how long they show on the screen so that our music and our slideshow or movie end at the same time. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3 pictures towards the end of my movie. If I click Fit to Music, those pictures, you'll see the duration will increase, so they'll last longer in our slideshow. Let's go ahead and try it out. Okay. So you can see our pictures got a lot longer. And now we'll also notice as we go to the end, we preview the end of our movie. You see our movie and music end at the same time. Now if you ever click the Fit to Music button and you realize you'd rather not have your pictures last that long, or you just like to undo that for some reason, pretty simple. Go up here to the very top left part of our screen and click the Undo button in our Quick Access toolbar. It's a pretty small button, so if you'd also like to undo something, you can hold down Control and press Z on your keyboard, and that will do the same thing. Now that we've added music to our movie, let's go ahead and adjust the volume of the music. And let's adjust where in the movie our music is playing. In order to edit our music in Windows Movie Maker, we have to have it currently selected. And the way to do that is to make sure that music is playing in our preview pane. So we can check that by playing the current part of the movie, in which case music is playing. Or we can look at the right side of our screen and make sure that our line is over a part that contains green or music. So now that we have a part of our movie with music selected, we'll see now a new tab that pops up called the Music Tools Options tab. If we go ahead and click on that, on the most left-hand part of this toolbar, you see Music Volume. If we click this, we can adjust how loud the music plays throughout the movie for the song. So if we'd like the song to be a little quieter when it plays, we can turn it down and then come over here and preview it.
Here we go again.
Okay, that was a little quieter. And let's say we'd like to try it a little bit louder. We'll turn it up.
Another motherfucker out my squad. This nigga go by the name of Ja.
Great, so we can change the volume of our whole song by clicking on Music Volume and adjusting the slider. In this case, I'll just keep it a little quieter. And we can also add fade effects to our song. So this will change how the song starts and stops. So if we'd like to select a fast or a medium fade, this will apply to the beginning of our song as we're fading in. So let's go back to the beginning of our movie and preview it. Okay, did you notice it? The volume sort of increased over time. If we'd like to try the same thing for the end of the movie, let's go ahead and click towards the end of our movie. Let's play it. Okay, we can see our music fades out and fades in as we'd like to. To start the music at a certain point in our movie, we can go ahead and, again, in the Music Tools Options tab, we can go ahead and adjust the start time. So if we know we'd like to wait 5 seconds before we start playing music, go ahead and type in 5 space S and hit enter on your keyboard. And you'll see automatically we'll start our music at 5 seconds in. So let's go ahead and go to the beginning of our movie and preview this and see what it sounds like.
Here we go again.
Great, so you noticed it came in a little delayed in our movie. This might be a good idea if you're thinking about adding a title to the beginning of your movie and you don't want the music to start until your movie starts. We'll walk through how to add titles in just a little bit. Now, if you'd like to only use a part of the song, say a chorus, we can go ahead and change what part of the music plays during our movie. We can do this by adjusting the start point. If we know we'd like our music to start at the 30-second mark of the song, go ahead and type in 30 space S and click enter. And you notice our song starts at the same time in our movie, but our music might start at a different point in the song. So let's go ahead and try where our song starts now. Okay, now we'll notice if I go again up here and undo that, notice that was a different part of the song than when we start here. We'll start a little more with the jive. Okay, so this is handy if you'd like to use the chorus of the song, or maybe you want to skip the first verse of a song. Go ahead and experiment typing different times in here until you get it right. Now maybe you want to end the song before your slideshow ends. In this case, we can adjust the end point, and this adjusts at what point in our movie the song ends. So let's say we'd like our music to end 40 seconds into our movie. Go ahead and type 40 space S, click enter, and we'll notice our music stops at 40 seconds. So now if we preview before, we'll notice our music fades out and will be silent for the rest of the movie. Now that we've added music to our movie, let's go ahead and arrange and edit our pictures and videos that we uploaded to start looking like a real movie or slideshow.